Welcome back. We are here with 1412, and here is our family. Looks the same as last time. Nothing too exciting there. We did marry Gilbert once again to a Trimboli lady. He has had one of those already, but I think they have different mothers. I can't remember. It looks like I did not do a good job of, yeah, they must have the same mother. Because I think like right here is where the moms changed. Anyway, so that's where we're at. And we are going to check out this year. So um, three babies were born at the end of the last one, but unfortunately Malcolm's land grab and Winifred Landgrab's baby did pass. But we did get Honora Axtell and Arn Dutton. So they have just entered the world. So let's take a roll for them. 18 or 20. 18 or 20. All right. They both survived. And then we have Adelaide and Zuan Bennett and Alois second. Alois is now in the orphanage because both of his parents are dead. So there's that. So we have 3 children, no 9 or 19. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh, Alois! Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. All right, goodbye. So there is still one child who is alive there. Alois has an older brother, um, yeah, who is, I guess, now in the orphanage by himself. Where are you? Here. Dustin. Yeah, Dustin. Oh my gosh, this family. Okay, next we have Susan and Gilbert Armstrong. So Gilbert is currently Lord Gilbert's only male heir. So there is that. And then Uta Nicolette Bennett, that is what's her name? Millicent's daughter. And then Wybert. Why does Uta have a last name? Did I just like leave that out? Who are you? A Trimboli. Why didn't I give her a last name here? Okay, let me just go like this. Okay. Anyway, another Trimboli. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't get a 7. Oh gosh. 1. Ah! 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's kind of good though that it was Susan and not Gilbert. Is that horrible of me to say? Although it would have been interesting if it was Gilbert. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are getting married. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, number 3 is not getting married. Okay, who's number 3? 1, 2, 3. Nicolette! Nicolette's not getting married. Okay, I should write that down. Where's my piece of paper? Nicolette. Maybe she'll go do something fun. Or just go to the church if I'm lazy. That's also a possibility. Okay, so now we need 1, 2, 3. How many children will each of these have? 1, 10. Oh my gosh, I guess the Armstrongs are going to live on. 2, 7, 3. 10, 7, 3. Gilbert, Uta, and Wybert. Oh, I'm going to forget these numbers. I better do this quick. Gilbert, Armstrong, 10. Uta, Trimboli, 7. And Wybert, 3. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Okay. So then we have, Isolde, 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. And remember this. Isolde is currently married to one of the guys that Emmeline is pursuing. So 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. She died. He's single now. Ooh, what should we do about that? Okay, and then Edward has a different role because he's a vampire. So he can't get a 3. Okay, good. I want Edward to keep living, to be completely honest. Okay. Um, Charles. Oh my gosh, Charles and Jacqueline. Charles. Oh my gosh, Charles has to get a 9 or higher. Charles. Yes. Jacqueline. No, I didn't really care about you, Jacqueline, though. I'm sorry. Isn't Jacqueline already dead? Hold on. Wait a second. Did I totally... Oh no, she's a nun. That's why I haven't seen her in a while. Okay, Jacqueline. Well, at least Charles survived. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot of things. Okay, let's do our vampire rolls. Go back to the tree really quickly. And then, let's see. Okay, so we have 3 vampires still. And they can't get a 9. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we have, is it still 5 humans? Yeah. They can't get an 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No problems there. All right. Well, that was a lot. I feel like a lot happened here. Um, but it looks like we are still in good shape. Next year is the year I'm worried about, but we'll cross that bridge in the next video. So I think that's it. Let's hop into the game. All right, you know the drill. We are going to start by doing Emmeline's chores for the morning, getting everything all situated here in the household. We're also going to have Thomas continuing to practice his horse riding along with Serena. And in this part, we are going to be moving forward with which suitor Emmeline will choose to remarry to. So there is that. And then also we're going to be doing a little bit of stuff with the kids as well. So that is really exciting, as I really do feel like we're kind of moving into the next generation, and that is very exciting for me. And I mean, as much as I love Emmeline, I love the total disaster that she is, but I am also excited to move to the next gen. So you can see here that Cecilia and Serena are talking to each other. So basically, Serena is like, I want to be a knight so bad. You know, she's talking about her dreams, her aspirations. And I mean, she's just a little kid, so it's not like this huge thing yet. But she's like, I really want that. But, you know, nobody's ever going to make me their squire. Like, I'm never going to be able to get that because of, you know, our family doesn't have any connections. So Cecilia is then telling Serena about their father, about Gilbert, about how he might be willing to help out, about how some of the kids may be his, some won't be, but it's worth asking. So Serena is now thinking about that, about asking if Gilbert might be able to help her out in this situation. And we know that Serena is one of Gilbert's children, and you can kind of tell who Gilbert's children are because they all inherited his hair color, which is a different shade of blonde. But anyway, we have Emmeline, who has invited over Joffrey, and we did 5 friendly interactions and we did 5 romantic interactions. And so with that, then she was able to ask him if he would leave his wife for her. And so he actually agreed. So Joffrey and Petra are now divorced. They're now divorced, and that is really something. So I am planning, though, on breaking up the marriages regardless of which person she chooses, so that just because we made Joffrey leave his wife does not mean that he is going to be the choice. We still have to talk to Ansel. So there is that. But we're kind of rounding out the day with, there's a lot of thunderstorms in the summer, I guess, in this world. But yes, so the kids are still talking to each other. Cecilia has kind of spread amongst the children that they might not all be their father's children, which some of them care, some of them don't. But that's just something that we're going to have to follow with. So looks like the horse is practicing the barrels and is somehow inside. But yes, so she needs a bath because she slipped in the puddle. And why don't you try and calm down the horse and then see if you can't. I know it's everybody's really scared. I don't think being outside right now is the best choice. So let's see if we can get the horse inside with us, but she wouldn't stay, so whatever. But anyway, so that's what we have. Okay, now she's in the house. And yeah, it looks like Serena and Cecilia are very close. Again, Cecilia is kind of like the parent sibling, so that is why all of the kids are really close to her. But it is now the next morning, and we're going to once again do our rounds on our chores, and then we're going to continue on. I was trying to see how much our dowry would be if we did have Emmeline get married, and it's only 500 simoleons because the two options we have are poor. So but it does look like we have an okay amount of money, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's invite Ansel over. Again, 5 friendly and 5 romantic, so we'll get him going on that. He has a higher friendly relationship with her than Joffrey does, but he has a lower romantic relationship than Joffrey does. So we're going to have to kind of see where this goes to see if um, which guy is chosen here. So we're going to move into the romance. And you can see it's going up very quickly, though. So he might be overtaking Joffrey shortly. I mean, look at how fast that romance is going up. So at first we couldn't ask him to leave his wife until we talked to him about marriage. And he was, what's the word? Amenable? Is that I don't know what the word is. He reacted positively towards it, and then we asked him to leave his wife, and he also said yes. So both people were willing to leave their wives for us. We did not include Frost in this because one, Frost's relationship is lower than the other two, but also the likelihood that Frost is going to divorce his noble wife in order to be with Emmeline is low. Sorry. Also, I'm trying to get rid of all these trash plants because I'm so sick of seeing them. I'm so sick of trash plants. Anyway, so there's a little puppy. Also, no one is living in our old house anymore. Can you believe it? So there is that. And now I'm just going to throw all this away. I don't know why she's not throwing it away. Charles, do not ask out your cousin on a date, please and thank you. Gosh. Okay, so again, practicing with the horse, and we kind of have to decide which guy are we going to go with, Joffrey or Ansel. Also, keep in mind, we did have Ansel leave his wife, Isolde, but she's also dying this year. So there is that. I mean, I could have let her die before this, but I wanted to see if he'd leave his wife for Emmeline, which is terrible. I'm terrible. Anyway, on to the children. I am having the kids make some friendship bracelets. I think that Thomas and Serena being twins, they would be very close, and they're like not close right now. So I'm going to have them chat with each other. Also, Serena has the social butterfly aspiration, and I think that her and Thomas should be BFFs because I feel like horses and knights go really hand in hand, and she'll also be with us the longest. Like she'll be getting married at the latest time. So anyway, I'm thinking about that. So there is that, and we're having these two just get closer and closer and be friends, and they're going to be BFFs, even though she could be BFFs with Cecilia right now, but that's okay. She's mastered the social skill as well. I mean, she is just killing it, really. And I love her. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. So I hope that she, ends up having a good life too. We'll see how it goes. There's the horse. Okay, so these two are getting really close, and then we'll have them be BFFs. They've exchanged friendship bracelets. They are doing great, and they are loving it. So she now needs to become friends with 3 other children and 2 adults. Now, I know that I don't have to do this, but I thought it might be fun. Emmeline, did you get struck by lightning? Get back inside. I know that she doesn't have to do that, but it's honestly going to be easy for us, and I think that it'll be good for us. So, if she wants to be a knight, she needs to make social connections. So let's have her, first off, become friends with her siblings, which she is not currently. So we're going to start with Anastasia, who is just in the rocking chair chilling. And then after that, we'll go with Alexandra. We can't do it with Emmelina yet because she doesn't count as a child, but whatever. It's also May Day, so there is that. And then we are going to, again, just get these kids closer. They're all like, honestly, it's really cute. They all have like cute family dynamics with each other, and they all are, definitely good friends. And I just feel like the sibling bond is really getting stronger in this part. Like, I haven't really been focusing on it, but in this part, it has just become really strong, and I was kind of surprised actually. So anyway, Serena, when she was talking to Thomas, was like, hey, I think that, we might have a father out there who can actually help us, blah, blah, blah. So the two of them come here to talk to Gilbert, like next to his pregnant wife, being like, hey, I think we're your kids. So there's that. But so basically, we're going to talk to Gilbert, and I was trying to have that be one of the adults that she becomes friends with, but for some reason it doesn't count. I wonder if it doesn't count because that's her dad. I'm not really sure. But anyway, so Thomas just chatted with him briefly, and he's going to do his horse riding stuff. But Serena is going to chat with him and basically say, do you think I could be your daughter? And he's looking at her, and Emmeline did come here when she was pregnant with the twins and insist that they were Gilbert's, and he sees that they have like the same hair color and stuff, so he's probably reasonably sure that she's his kid. I mean, it's possible that she's not. Obviously genetics are weird, but back then they didn't have a great understanding of things, so it's fine. Anyway, so he's like, 60% sure he's his kid. She's lava. She's his kid. And so anyway, he basically says, yeah, sure, like she tells him about how she wants to be a knight and all of that stuff. And so she basically says, will you help me? I really want to go on this path, and I promise that like I won't disappoint you. I promise that I'll work really, really hard. So he's like, sure, sure. Like he'll use his connections to have, her be sort of under one of the knights that he's in charge of, so that she can, along with all the other children squires, kind of um, get some experience in that. And so now our Serena is officially a squire. So she is a squire now, and there is an after school activity for it. So that is really exciting. I mean, obviously there's not a ton she can do as a child, but as a teen there is going to be more. And she's going to have to deal with a lot of adversity, because like I said, women did become knights. It wasn't impossible, but it was very unusual. So her wanting to become a knight is definitely something that she is going to be kind of bullied for, and maybe ostracized for. She's not going to be part of the boys club. So that is something that we are going to continue to explore with her, provided she survives. I'm really worried about these teen rules. But yes, so that is what's going on here. We have these two kids kind of working on their dreams. Thomas had also told Gilbert about how he wanted to you know, do horse things, raise horses for the knights. He wants to get the best horse available for his sister to ride, into battle or whatever she does. So there's that, and we are going to have her become friends with a little Conrad Dutton. Um, and the reason for that is because he called earlier, so I was like, oh well, maybe they can be friends. So there is that. So they are going to get closer here and just enjoy. So there's that. And then we are going to continue with all the other children's stuff. So it's also May Day. So we are going to have everybody practice singing for a little bit. Charles has come to visit. That's very nice of him. He's like their uncle, so it's really nice. And we're just having everyone do their thing to get their May Day spirit going. And then we are going to just get through the night, and then it will be the last day of the year already. I mean, I can't believe it. This has definitely gone by really fast, but I also feel like we did so much. And as an aside, I also wanted to tell you something that happened off screen, is that um, the land grabs only had 3 baby chances, right? The first baby died, and then they had twin girls. So it looks like, unless something happens and Malcolm gets remarried, it looks like the Landgrab family name is not going to continue. So I thought that you might be interested in that. Anyway, so here we are. Just keep doing your thing, everybody, as the day is coming to a close. Probably Serena is telling all her siblings about how she saw, their maybe father person and all of that. So also, Oriana just had a baby, and unfortunately, it did not survive. Although I realized that maybe I shouldn't have rolled for the infant roll, but because the day just changed. But whatever, it's fine. The baby died. So there's that. And honestly, we have so many married couples at the beginning of this, but by the end of it, we have like two because the land grabs are done having kids and we broke up two marriages and it's just like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so that is where we're going to wrap up with actually Ansel being our champion. So Ansel does have the highest friendly and romance with Emmeline, so he is our winner. We're going to have him propose shortly, like at the very end of this, so I'm just recapping right now. And he's going to propose and she's going to say yes, and in the next part, if she survives her adult role, they will get married. So there is that. And then also Cecilia will be becoming a teenager. There's just so much going on next year, and I'm really nervous about it, but I'm also really excited. And we'll have Serena be starting her after school activity as a squire, and that is really fun. It just feels like we're finally getting in to these kids and what's going on with them, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope you are too. So that is what's happening here. You can see here he comes. He's sad over being divorced, but the truth is he is about to propose. So there we go. And here it is, the proposal. Look at her face. She's like, But yes, she does say yes. And so we will see what happens with everybody and whether the dice are kind to us in the next one.